Hi there and welcome to Little Blue Star. I'm Jane Allen and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to do a little bit of a detailed card today. So excuse it if it's a bit more of a longer video than I normally do, but there's lots to get in. So the stamp set I'm using is Joyful Holly. I think this is a gorgeous set. The holly there, you can stamp using these pieces, so once you've stamped the outline you can go ahead and stamp again with the inner pieces, but I tend to just use my blends because I quite like colouring, so it's there if you need it, but you can also colour these quite easily too. A couple of sentiments there which I really like, and I just think this is a good little set, so that's the one we're using today. So we've got a base card of 5x7, and then I've cut out two exactly the same DSP, which is 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, exactly the same. And then I've got two layers of black, which is 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then then a layer of Whisper White for both again, so exactly the same, and they measure 3 5/8 by 5 5/8, so exactly the same. One of these is for the outside of the card and one of them is for the inside, just to jazz it up in the inside. Of course you don't need to do this, but I just felt that this card needed a little bit extra, so that's going to go in the inside. Okay, so I'm going to go and glue that one on the inside, I think, and get that going. So that's quite easy, just round the edge and then inside. I love this paper. This is the Brightly Gleaming DSP. This is my favourite because you'll be surprised it's got stars on, but it's this copper foiled effect, and I just think it's lovely, so that's what I'm using today. And then I just think that you can put that in the middle, and again the Whisper White layer. You could stamp on this if you wish as well. I'm going to leave mine blank to write my own message, but you could obviously stamp what you like on there. So that's the inside, and then I'm going to glue my DSP down. So I'm going to glue that on, so that's ready. With the good old Tombow, it gives you a bit of wiggle room, so happy with that. And then before I glue that down, I'm going to stamp my holly. So I am using this holly here, so this like outline one on my block, which I've popped up there with my Memento. So ink that up, and then just check. I think that's all inked, so I'm going to go and do it in this corner down here, like so. Okay, so that's my holly step. Woo, sorry. Okay, so I can colour that. Then I'm going to glue that onto there, and I'm going to show you a little, the ribbon that I'm going to add. Which I have done in a previous video, but in case you haven't seen it, I'm just going to go over that now. So that is ready to go on in a second. Just move that to the side, and now on my card I'm going to pop some ribbon just here, which I'm going to do now. So I'm going to go and grab my what am I grabbing? My linen, which which I can't find. Where did that go? One minute. Oh, apologies, it had fallen on the floor. So it's this one here. So again, I'm using this Flowers for Every Season combo pack. Grab this linen one here. Not much left of this because it's been well used and I love it. So I'm just going to cut a little piece off of there. And then, like I showed you in my previous video, a piece of scrap that you're not going to use again, and then you just colour using your blends. So I'm going to use my red, so this is my Cherry Cobbler, and then I'm going to colour, and you can use your lid to hold it down if you're worried about it getting on your fingers. But I'm happy with that, so that's my linen one. Then I'm going to grab this little Snowflake Splendor, which I also did in a previous video just to show you, but I'm going to do that again. And then again I'm just going to colour using my blends. I just think it's so good to use your blends because you can then colour coordinate your projects if you haven't got that colour ribbon, for example. And I just think that gives a nice shimmery, gorgeous red colour that will go nice with my project. I'm also going to grab a little bit of the polka dot tulle ribbon, which I like, and then what I'm going to do is sort of make a V shape with that, so just like that, and again with my iridescent Snowflake Splendor ribbon, and again with my polka dot tulle ribbon, and then to hold it. Oh, apologies for that, my battery ran out on my phone. So I was just going to say, to hold it together, I've just stapled it into place, but I've also grabbed this piece that I wanted it to go onto, so I've just gone through and stapled it onto that piece of the card. So once you've done that, I'm going to glue that on. Oh, apologies for that, my phone is having a shocker, so I've just run out of storage, so I had to sort that out. Anyway, I'm back now. So before I was rudely interrupted, I just glued on this piece here, and that's as far as we've got. I was carrying on talking, but obviously my phone wasn't recording, so all I did was I got a bit of ribbon here and coloured with my blends. So I used the Just Jade Gingham from the Flowers from Every Season combo pack again, and I was just going to show you don't have to colour the ribbon before you tie it. So if you decide that you wanted to have a bow and then decided to colour parts of it, like you could have the middle bit still in the gingham if you wanted to, you could do parts of the ribbon, you could have it multicoloured if you wanted, and when you've tied it you know exactly where the colours you want to go, so you could do like a rainbow effect or something, which is very hard obviously if you do that before you tie it, if you want it in a certain way. So I'm just showing you there. You can colour with your blends. I'm going to go ahead and colour that middle bit as well, but this is another way you could do it without well, by tying it first, and obviously you don't need to worry about the back because you won't be seeing it. So that's what I did for that one, and then I've just popped a couple of glue dots onto the back, and then I'm going to just pop it down onto my card there. So that's as far as I got, and then I realised the phone wasn't recording, so apologies for that. Okay, so that's as far as we've got so far. Then if you want to go ahead and colour your holly, I've got my Old Olive blends here, so I'm going to go and use the darker Old Olive, and the blends are great because, hence the name, they blend lovely together. So you get a nice, if you just want it one colour you can, but you can also have the option of blending that colour out. So I've gone with the darker colour there, and then I can go with the light. And sort of blend out that colour. That's what I love about the blends, they're so good. You don't get that awful like line mark that you get sometimes with felt tips where you colour. Get that sort of joining line, and with the blends you don't. You get a nice gorgeous blended colour with no harsh lines, which is what I love. So that's my holly. I'm just going to go with my cherry cobbler and do my berries. I'm going to have red berries, and I just think that looks pretty gorgeous. You can finish it off by sentiment, so I am going to grab one of the sentiments from this set. So we've used the holly, and now I'm going to use the sentiment here. So I popped it on my block. I'm going to use Night and Navy because it goes with my card. I'm going to ink that up nicely. Gorgeous image. And then I'm going to grab my 2-inch punch. Oops, get that card over there. My 2-inch punch, and then punch that out of there. And then you could use your 2 1/4 punch. Oh, it keeps falling over. Move that out of the way. You could use your 2 1/4 punch like I've done and layer up the circles. So if you wanted to, and then obviously you can layer that up onto there, and you could have it where you want it, sort of layered like so. And that's what I did on this card here. Show you something a little bit different. I thought I'd show you a sneak peek of the new, so it's in the new catalogue that's about to come out, these gorgeous blending brushes. I've never used them before, but you may have, but they are gorgeous. And they are new to Stampin' Up, so I'm going to grab some ink. I'm not an expert, but this is how I've done it. So I'm going to get some ink on my blending brush, and then I'm just going to go and blend it outwards in just circular motions. If you do it too heavy, you get a heavy you get a heavy mark on there. But if you start in the middle and just blend out, I think these are great for a soft blended out image, not an image, but you know what I mean, a soft effect to go behind your sentiments or pieces of card that you can then layer on top. I just think you get a nice sort of soft effect from this. This is how I've done it. There's probably better ways, but this is how I'm learning to do it. And then you just go until you're happy. So I thought if I pop that on there, you get a nice gorgeous sort of subtle soft sort of background, which makes that pop out of the card. And obviously you can go darker by just building that colour up until you're happy. You can blend colours. Obviously they're called blending brushes, so you can blend those colours out, and you just go until you're happy. This is what I've done with mine. Obviously I'm still playing, they're brand new to me, so this is what I've done with mine so far. And then obviously pop that on. I just think that creates a lovely little soft effect. I'm happy with that. So that's what I'm going to do for my card on there. So I'm not going to have my layer. Obviously you could have your layer as well, you know, you could have that, but I'm just going to have it with the white, so it just shows up that gorgeous blue that I've just done there. Hopefully you can see that. And I think I might pop it up with dimensionals, but you could obviously just have it glued flat. Oh, where's my scissors? I'm running out of dimensionals on this sheet, but that's the good thing, you never waste them, you just use the edges. And then peel that back in. Peel the backing off, and then it just pops it up nicely on your card there. I just like that, that's gorgeous. Hope you do too. And then for the inside, I mean, this is a gorgeous card as is, so I hope you like that. And then the inside is where you write. I said before you could stamp, but I thought we would make this like a card where you can pop a gift card or some money if you're going to give that sort of thing at Christmas this year. It just makes a nice it's just a nice way of giving a gift card or some money or something. So what I've done here is already cut it, and I've already scored it, so I'll just run through that with you here. So this is another piece of the brightly gleaming DSP, so it's the same as this pack here. And you get like foiled pieces on one side and like a plain excuse me, I keep coughing, a plain piece on the other side. And what I've got here is a 6 by 5 3/4 piece, which I've scored at on the 5 3/4 side. I've scored at 3/8 and 1 inch coming in from that side, and then again on this side, so 3/8 and 1 coming in from that side, so from both sides of the shorter side here. And then around on the 6 inch side I've scored at 7/8 and 1 inch, and also at 3.5 inches. So you end up with a folded piece there and then a folded piece there, which has just got, if you can see that hopefully in the camera, you can see it's like a tiny little bit, but when you fold that over you get just a little bit of depth there for the gift card or money, just a tiny bit there. So that's how that works. Okay, so it ends up like that. I've gone ahead and done it to save time, but this is how you cut it out. So you cut that corner off there, so all the way to that second line, cut that. Hopefully you can see that okay. And what I do then is just notch it out just a tiny bit. Okay, so just a tiny bit I've notched out, and then I'll do that again on that corner, so that second line down and that whole corner there. and then just notch that just a tiny bit. Okay, and that comes out there. Alright, so that's how that looks. Just get rid of those little bits. And then what you want to do is fold these pieces in. So that piece in there, just burnish that, and then that one will just fold back on itself. So the smaller line, there we go, will fold back on itself. Alright, I'm trying to do that so you can see. So the bigger line folds in, and then the smaller line folds out, like back on itself, like a concertina piece like that. Alright, then what you want to do is, just so it folds nicely, you can see this piece here, so the first fold line you're going up to, and you're just going to cut a V shape into there. So literally just that first fold line, and again this one. So a nice little V shape there. Okay, and then what you will do is get some glue and just glue up there and glue up there, and then fold together so these will match up like so. Give that a press, and then you've made like a little wallet, like a pouch. Oops, took it apart too early, but oh, you get the gist. So I'm just going to hold that so it's glues in place. Okay, so they glue together, and you've made like a little wallet, and then what that does is that will fold down, and it's like a little envelope or a wallet type thing, and you've got that little tiny bit there that will help hold the gift card in place. Okay, so your gift card will slip in there, or money or whatever. Okay, so that is then going to go on the inside of my card here. So I will glue that down, so all along the back. Obviously this is lovely enough to hold a gift card that you could make it, you don't have to stick it in this card, you can give it as it is. Okay, so we stick that down nice and firmly. I just think if you add it in this card, it's a nice way of giving it, isn't it, for Christmas or birthday or whatever. Okay, so it ends up like that. Now it does tend to pop open, so a little like a fastening or whatever you want to call it. I've gone ahead and I have used the little treats set, and I've used this present here, and I have actually heat embossed it, so stamped and then Versamark heat embossed like so, and you can pop it on there, and you can just pop your little flap behind. Now to make it stand out, I am just going to go ahead and pop mine on a piece of Merry Merlot. So I'm going to glue that onto my Merry Merlot. And then it will just give a nice little border. You could use it as a square, well, rectangle. You could use it as is like that, but I'm just going to go around and give a little border. So fussy cut just that shape out, just so it gives that hint of the red Merry Merlot colour. Excuse me. And then cute. And then what I will do is pop that up. I have got a dimensional left there, so I'm just going to use that. So what you want to do is put your dimensional near the bottom half, just leaving this top bit clear. Peel that off, and then position it just so it's behind this sort of bow piece, the top piece there, that it can just hold that flap down, just so it doesn't pop up. So I'm just having it like that, and then you can obviously get in your pouch, your wallet piece there, gift card, and then you can just pop it down there and it will stop it popping out. And there you have it, a nice little gift card wallet to go inside your card. There's another one I made with the red, and another one that I haven't actually stuck a sentiment on yet, but that's with the green. All of these are DSP in the pack Brightly Gleaming, but they're just certain ways. I just love this effect, it's gorgeous. So yeah, I really love these blending brushes. As I say, I'm no expert, but that's how I've been doing it, and I'm really loving them. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. Sorry about the phone dilemma, but I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you, bye.